this is the case, they're going to have to rely on the Moskov, so they cannot play weak side for the Moskov, I feel. It's so risky to do that. If she gets shut down in the gold lane, ZINO Lilies might have a good game, like a real good game.
Match point. Ladies and gentlemen, here in our first day, our first match.
Letting me use fighters, that's high.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. These teams never seem to disappoint with the picks that they bring to the table. And a lot of these teams, they make it work.
Oh yeah, dude, like here's the thing, Taro on this Leslie, I'm waiting for her to pop off. Now the thing is more about how you're gonna delay the game long enough, because look at Vivian. Vivian's actually the one delaying the game for Romichi here. I feel like Romichi, even once she gets level 4, is going to be a little bit iffy for her to actually contest around the turtle pit, because here's the thing, level on this Boxia, it reduces healing, so it kind of acts as a counter to most of the heroes coming in from ZINO Lilies. Like 4 out of 5 heroes are depending on heal.
It's very true. It was a beautiful answer to Romichi on this Alice. We saw Romichi play the Alice yesterday. Played it really well. Like, Romichi showed up. Maybe it was the day before yesterday, I can't remember exactly, but still, we've seen Romichi on the Alice and has been a monster, has been very troublesome on it. So I'm excited to see how they pull it off here, but Team Vitality continues to come with answers. You mentioned the Terizla. One of the picks that I'm really focused on is this Kagura. How is it going to pair up in lane? One of the things about Kagura is mana's a problem, at least in laning phase. If you keep on throwing that umbrella, you run out quick, and you got to go back to base pretty regular. So Vivian's going to have to help out a lot with clearing that wave. And how is this going to affect their normally aggressive rotations? But a little bit of a knock-up. They onward, almost catches Cow. Cow able to just get away, but Team Vitality now taking that lane, might see him rotate down to another off lane.
I feel like for the Kagura, it's just that you want this early tempo, because once you hit level 4, you don't have enough damage to actually kill anyone, but like you said, enough damage to make them go back to base. But if we're really looking at a lineup coming in from ZINO Lilies, her real options are Saw and Taro. I feel like Taro might actually be a more difficult hero to pick off, as long as they're being very disciplined around the team fight, right? Taro has to sit back for a bit, let everyone absorb the damage, and then go in. Speaking of which, now the turtle has been started by both teams. I wonder if ZINO Lilies can actually grab this for themselves.
Yeah, Romichi has blood load up, able to just walk up and take it. The knockup does happen. Romichi does get knocked up. Heart guard locked on, but a lot of damage on it. Bivol, penalty zone, able to help secure it. Daisy gets the first blood. Now, putting that in the pocket of an Esmeralda could be kind of helpful here. Most of ZINO Lilies, I mean, it's a late game investment here. You have the Alice, you have the Esmeralda, you have this Leslie. You are hunkering down at this point, and getting a first blood, first turtle, it's huge for their composition.
And this shows the strength of their composition here. Look at how they're moving around as a unit, as 4 very beefy individuals, and as we're talking about, Taro got taken down by Cini as well as Vivian and Shell. But going back to the team fight, it shows that they can brute force anything, right? If it doesn't look like a good fight to take, they can still take it, as long as you understand once you get your pick off, once you get what you want, you gotta back off, because you do need those items to make sure that you can stay in the fight for a long time. So go into team fight as a team, get one, and then back off.
Yeah, I think at this point, Cow needs to keep tabs on Team Vitality. Cow or Saw, one of them needs to be regular keeping tabs, because if Team Vitality is able to freely just come down to bot lane, and actually you were right, it is a roam Terizla,
yeah,
Mirko. So I like it. I think it's definitely different, but even more so needs to be watching.
Now, Romichi has to get away, but this is, not gonna happen.
A little bit of damage. Penalty zone able to come in. 5-0 brought down to about 20%. Vivian also on the run. ZINO Lilies able to group up and stay secure.
Yeah, and this is why I kind of feel like the Alice has a bit of a problem as a solo hero. You don't deal enough damage, and you're not really all that tanky by yourself. It's kind of like you need a lot of distractions alongside with you. So I kind of feel like putting this Terizla in a roam position or a mid position, even as long as the Terizla is moving around, it's really helpful for Romichi, because she can have sustained damage. She just needs a lot of distractions for Team Vitality to survive. So again, I kind of feel like if Team Vitality finds Romichi, they might even expand a Yin Yang overturn just to shut her down.
And 2 items just got locked in for Taro and Shell too, so it seems like they're keeping a decent pacing with each other. Last time, Shell was just way ahead. Even after dying, was way ahead. So Taro able to keep up a little bit, just got that Berserker's Fury, gonna help start being a bit more of an impact. But look at the aggression from Shell, staying in the face. Taro now in a little bit of trouble. Yin Yang overturn able to connect. Taro does get the heart guard, so able to survive it out. Shell now on the run, brought down very low. Vivian as well. And here comes Ramichi with the flowing blood, the flicker in, looking for the stun onto Vivian. Can they secure it? Vivian goes down. Ramichi with another kill. This time ZINO Lilies taking off quick. Can they push the envelope though?
Oh, that was all oh, okay, not hitting anyone. That was all because of Tao. That was an amazing penalty zone to make sure that Taro was able to escape. Now, the thing that we have to talk about is that Taro, I think just with the Berserker Fury, already dealing quite a bit of damage. So ZINO Lilies, they're reaching their power spike, and they're reaching it quite early here. So for Team Vitality, they got to make sure that they understand that kind of the same thing with Team Vitality in the previous draft. As long as they take down Taro, it's all good. But in a crazy team fight, oh, but before that, it looks like there's an engage in mid, and Kao goes back in.
Yeah, penalty zone, able to respond. Ramichi looking for the flowing blood in. Maybe a little bit of a premature heart guard there, but it's okay. ZINO Lilies don't lose anything.
Looking at the timers here, I think everything will be back by the next turtle, so it's still fine. Like, it's a mistake, sure, but as long as they stay in their own side of the jungle, they shouldn't be punished all that much. But yeah, as I was saying, Team Vitality, either focus on Taro or take down Ramichi as fast as you can, and their comp doesn't do all that great. So Zini has to be the one to have that initial burst and then let everyone else clean up.
Very true, and I love the way the Team Vitality take that tower right before Turtle, give themselves a little bit of a pressure advantage down in that bottom lane. Turtle's going to be up in about 10 seconds. It looks like everyone is rotating down for this one. Could be a big 5v5. Taro might stay up on top side. Shell gets a couple spears off here, and Turtle is now up.
Yeah, and this one, I kind of feel like for ZINO Lilies, for Team Vitality, go for the fight. Because again, this 50-50 doesn't really feel like a 50-50 against the Terizla, so try to fight it out, and looks like they're doing it.
Michi comes in once again with the heart guard. Able to start up this fight. The Yin Yang overturn connects. Cal's the first to drop. Ramichi still looking for more though. Sustainability is there. Taro now involved in the fight with big shots into Vivian's face. Bible gonna finally go down. It's a 1-for-1 currently. Taro wants more. Taro forced to flicker back. Forced to try to get away. Saw able to help out. Bafumi, Vivian, Cine don't want to give it up just that easy. Ramichi still sitting by the turtle. Might not be the best spot as she is by herself, but Taro finds the kill in the mid lane. While this is happening, Shell able to take a tower up on the top side. Saw helping out with Ramichi. Ramichi finally able to secure that turtle. Vivian now on the run. Saw gonna back off along with Ramichi. How does that trade pan out? 1-for-1, tower for turtle.
I would say it's good for ZINO Lilies because, again, they want to scale up, and they're able to scale up. They're able to give kills over to Taro, even though Saw taking a bit of damage, but should be fine here. Again, I kind of feel like this is good for ZINO Lilies. Team Vitality had the right idea. Go for the fight. Don't really try to force out this turtle. But again, they're not able to take down Ramichi or Taro, which is both win conditions for ZINO Lilies. So that's the only reason why Team Vitality didn't really look good in the final fight.
You know, that umbrella range, man, is sometimes we wonder about the Kagura and how well it's really going to work, but right now Cine's using it so well, just kind of zoning them away. The range, their umbrella is always there, and it is a threat.
Yeah, again, it's deceptively long, and now looking at the items, having that Lightning Truncheon early kind of does make it so that you have quite a bit of burst. Looks like it's going to be the glowing one next coming in from the Kagura. So the burst is going to be enough, I feel, going up against Ramichi. Although we do have to talk about that Clock of Destiny. If the Clock of Destiny has its cooldown, you're not going to be able to burst down this Alice.
Does some damage though. Vival look for the dash in. Ramichi there as well decides not to take the flicker in. ZINO Lilies do lose another tower in the mid, and this is kind of the problem we saw in last game. They need to take some towers. They gotta, when they get that turtle, when they get a couple kills, I think they need to transmute that into something else because Team Vitality is always going for the enemy objective.
I feel like their idea here is defend, get 3 items, and once we have 3 items, get a big team fight around Lord, and then we force a lot of turrets. So it's basically waiting for that Lord power spike and then just exploding from there, right? Take every single tower on the map. And so they're not being aggressive in the mid game because for their comp and maybe what they practice is not necessary. Once you have those 3 items, once the Lord is up, that's where you pop off, and that's where Team Vitality will not see it coming.
It's okay if your left hand gets cut off if you still got your right one to fight with, right? It's okay to lose a couple towers as long as they're able to hang on, but First Lord is now up. Is this going to be the one? Do they feel comfortable yet? Do they push it a little bit farther? Because there's some risk in that, right? It's like, are we really ready yet? Do we maybe let this Lord crash in one more time, or is this our power spike?
We got to look at the items for Taro. I kind of feel like she has 2 items, and she even has a Sky Piercer. So this is a bit greedy coming in from Taro, but she needs the Endless Battle before really committing for this hurdle.
Uh-oh, the onward, the knock-up. A lot of damage, locks on. Esmeralda about to go down. Daisy taking out Cine, able to get the kill, which is huge for Cine. 104, just got that the wand locked in, the glowing wand. So that's going to be a bit more damage. Paired up with the lethal ignition, you got a lot of burden coming in.
Oh, they got it going quick. Ramichi wants to contest.
Oh!
And she doesn't get it.
It's a good try, but now Ramichi on the run. Heart Guard should be able to get her away. Just needs a flowing blood with the knockups, not letting her get any skills off. Taken out. Fumieko able to get it. Cal comes in with a penalty zone on 4 members, but still not enough. Shell gonna spear destruction in. Start getting some free shots. 3 people down for ZINO Lilies. A double kill over to Fumieko. And now Vitality smell blood in the water. They're closing in. They take out the mid-tier 2, and the Lord's not even here yet.
Big mistake, the fact that Daisy was caught out. And then once your EXP laner is no longer there, it's easier for Team Vitality to actually go for the Lord. And again, looking at the items just now, Taro went for a Sky Piercer, not going for the Endless Battle, so you don't have enough damage when the fight starts off. This is a crucial mistake coming in from ZINO Lilies, giving the green light over to Team Vitality, saying that there's really no risk going for this Lord. Ramichi went in, and honestly, even if Ramichi got Lord, most of the members of ZINO Lilies would have died anyways, so it's still a big win for Vitality.
Yeah, definitely a big win for Vitality. A huge win. Even though they didn't break an inhibitor down, they get so much out of that. It's what, a 4.3k gold lead at this point. Almost every tower down. ZINO Lilies are looking at a clock right now, and Team Vitality are trying to punch it.
Yeah, and again, Taro, once she has her Endless Battle, I feel like they have the way to it. Now they have the Endless Battle. Looking at items for Ramichi, only having 2 items, which is fine, but the Moskov has 4.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
And he's also a late game hero, right?
Yeah.
He's also kind of waiting for his time to shine, and right now Shell's in that time. A lot of damage coming out. Even the passive, even the blasts on the backside of the tower are shredding down ZINO Lily right now. They're able to break through that inhibitor, and Team Vitality just playing the distance right now, taking it slow.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure because honestly, their wave clear, I think it's not as good going up against this Moskov because look at how close they are. They're all going to be hit by the Moskov passive.
Yeah, ZINO Lilies want to play in the circle right now, right? They want to play around Ramichi, and Ramichi can't even sit up front right now.
Exactly.
Even Ramichi goes in with the blood flow and just gets shredded down at this point, or gets knocked up like we saw last time, and there's no chance for Ramichi to even escape.
Now Ramichi has the Dominance Ice, so she's able to deal with the Moskov. Now the attack speed has been lowered. She didn't have that before. If they can somehow get a big pick off and then perhaps get a Blade Armor onto Ramichi, it could be good. But honestly, here's the thing. Blade Armor is going to be good. What's better is the Winter Crown. But if you're Winter Crowning yourself, then you're letting Shell attack everyone else. So, I don't know. At this point, it really comes to their experience. Which one is better? Is it the Blade Armor or the Winter Crown? Like, do you save yourself or do you save your team?
I think it's a very good point. I think ZINO Lilies, a lot of it's going to be angles. They don't have any, they don't have something like the Edith that can jump in and get long-term crowd control that can catch something like a Moskov off guard. So they're going to we need a big long-range flicker play, right? Something that can really get into that backline quickly that Shell doesn't know it's going to be coming. Look at the damage from Shell. Daisy is useless at this point. The Esmeralda can't even get into this fight. Ramichi now on the run as well. Lord gonna go down. Team Vitality in complete control.
Yeah, and again, Daisy, what makes the Esmeralda tanky is the shield, but Daisy can't even go in front and actually absorb the shield coming in from Shell, especially because Shell can just push her away. So this is really not a good game for the Esmeralda as well. There's a lot of crowd control that denies her of actually absorbing those shields. So now, Team Vitality, honestly, this is an end angle for them.
Oh man, Vitality are feeling themselves. We got the tosses coming out. Cine sitting in front of the tower. They know that ZINO Lily is helpless in front of them right now. Team Vitality in control. They need a big Hail Mary play right now. Something from Kao, something from Daisy. I mean, something from Ramichi. It's just so tough right now. Inhibitor going to be taking a little bit of damage. Shell looking for the angle. Umbrella does come out. No Yin Yang overturn connects, but they don't need it just yet. Lord going to come down that bottom side. No tower in the way. 3 inhibitors fall. Team Vitality looking to clench in the win here. Looking for the 2-0, the knock up, the airborne. Ramichi does get the hard guard, but Fumi Echo able to take out Cow, and now Ramichi on the run. Taro down, there goes the damage. ZINO Lilies about to take the damage. Team Vitality with a clean, easy sweep to steal the game. 2-0, moving on to the next round.
This is why they're the queens. Everyone else